Brothers and dads everywhere. How are you, pal?
How's it going, Joe?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah,
I like
better
how
week.
You're
Better week.
Better week, and you're wintered up.
Oh, yeah.
So right now, what I'm thinking, and John, I think you're going to agree with me because he's got the ski hat on now.
Oh, hit me.
I'm feeling Yukon Cornelius.
Oh, I've been compared to Yukon Cornelius.
100%. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, Yukon Cornelius is in front of me right now.
If they're going to make a live action remake of Rudolph, I'm down. Yeah,
I'm sure they will. They make a live action remake of everything now.
And
so.
I usually hate them, to be honest with you. So.
I'm so with you. Unnecessary is what it is.
You excited for Christmas next week?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Kids are going crazy. We're at a good time right now. We're 6, 4, 2, and 7 months. So
wow, that's awesome.
The magic is very much there, for sure.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
How's your brother doing? Tough times in KC. Obviously, Mahomes is out. I mean, how's he doing?
It is what it is. I mean, this is what you play the game, and this is the way it unfolds sometimes. And, I think, he's frustrated, has been frustrated all season. But, 3 games left. He's going to go out there and battle with his guys and Andy, and we'll see what happens after that. But, pretty devastating for them, especially with Pat going down. I mean, it was like a full, you could feel it come out of the stadium even when he was not down.
Were you there?
I was there.
Oh, boy.
And that was the first time I've ever been to the Kansas City Stadium with them out of the playoffs in the regular season.
Yeah.
My brothers played for 13 years.
Yeah.
In 2014, the last time they didn't make the playoffs.
Wow.
So it's been a wild run for those guys, and I'm sure they're frustrated, but I think when they look back, they'll probably be pretty damn impressed with some of the things they did over this decade and
of course
this span. And we'll see what happens after that.
I hope Mahomes, apparently it was a pretty bad injury. I hope he can crank it up because you want to see the second half of Mahomes' career.
For sure.
You want to see that brilliance.
You do. Yeah, I mean, whenever you have multiple ligaments, I had multiple ligaments, it's you don't know what else is in there. It's really not, knee injuries are weird. It's not so much the ligaments as it is like what's the cartilage, what's the joint surface look like. That'll determine a lot of how well the rehab happens and how well they come back from it a lot of the time. So,
look at Joel. Joel never tore his knee.
No.
But his knee is, it's...
When you actually tear the ligaments, I think the bigger things that you're worried about, okay, did they do a meniscus damage? Is there cartilage damage done to the articulating surfaces that would inhibit them from performing in the future? The ligaments now, they're so good at repairing that stuff. I mean, they mess them up every once in a while, or sometimes the body just doesn't adapt to it well, but that's few and far between. Yeah. The bigger thing is hey, as long as this joint is healthy, he'll recover from that stuff. Good.
So, Jason, one of the things we're assessing today, it's been a couple days since that Raiders game, and what we really take from it. I mean, it was a terrific win, not in that they beat a great team, but they beat a bad team convincingly.
They played the way they should have.
Yes. Yeah. So we're kind of assessing what does it really mean in the big picture? What did that game represent for you in the big picture of what it means for the Eagles? They're going to make the playoffs. What it means for their chances in the playoffs?
Well, I think, what does it mean for me? I don't know that it means anything for me. I think it's an impressive win, and it's impressive that they played that well, even despite it being an awful team, because teams don't show up all the time to play bad teams. But I think you're just looking to see where the team is trending, what they're doing. And I think offensively, I think they're continuing to find out who they are. They need to continue to operate like these last 3 games. And if they do, and they can run the ball. I mean, the first drive, they had 7 Saquon Barkley runs, a designed quarterback run, and they were already getting to the play action. And with the way this defense is operating right now, how great they are, they can be a run the ball, control the clock, time of possession. The game was, 2.5 hours? It's like one of the fastest. Yeah. So it's, this is who they can be. It's going to be harder against good teams, but you don't have to, try and light it up and take your chances when they're there. Make the defense commit to the run and hit them behind. I think there's a lot of encouraging things with this Eagles team. I think that they've already beat a lot of the best teams in the NFC and in the NFL, and they haven't played their best ball yet. And, Nick Sirianni, one of the things he's always preaching is, it's a marathon, not a race. He always has this mountain climber mentality where we're down here, we're just trying to get to this peak.
Flowers, if you will.
Listen, I love the flowers. I got a whole garden out back. I'm in on the flowers. So I think there's a lot of things that there's to look forward to, I think, from that game and what the Eagles just have from one, a talent perspective, and two, on both sides of the ball.
All right, Jason, let's do a few things on the offense, then we'll get to drop of the year stuff.
Let's go.
So I think it's time now that they won a game and Jalen proved he can run when he needs to, but also had a scary moment, not truly injured, but it was scary. I feel like it's time for him now not to run much down the stretch unless it's the fourth quarter, and you absolutely got to have it to try to win the game. Are you with me, or are you unleashing him in these final three? Because you do have a chance at the 2 seed.
Yeah, it's tough because
against the Bills.
So how do you measure risk and reward?
Well, it's tough also because I think that there's a rhythm that they're looking to build going into the playoffs. Like, I think it's obvious that they're going to be in the playoffs now, but I really want them to run as much as possible over these next 3 games because I think it's imperative. And I'm talking about Jalen, I'm just talking in general. Because I think it's imperative that they have that available in the playoffs. And the more you do that, the more you rep it, the more the offensive line and tight ends get in sync. Because the run game hasn't been faltering mainly because of like one bad guy. It's been a thing here, there. One player screws up here, one player screws up there, miscommunication. All that just needs reps. And I think that there's probably, like, if you want to utilize Jalen as a runner in the playoffs, he's probably going to be better if he gets more reps than just essentially one game.
You think after 10 years of doing this, he really needs those reps in a game?
I think any player needs reps. There's a reason why Kobe late in his career did fundamentals before every single game. No matter how ingrained it is, there is still a repetition and with doing that repetition where it becomes like second nature. And it doesn't matter how long you've been doing something. You have to continually rep that. When I went into a game, if I didn't get a bull rush during the week, if I didn't get a mirror drill during the week, if I didn't get a anchor push-pull drill, I wanted to hit all those throughout the week so that I felt good going into game day to execute all that stuff. And I don't think that changes.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it does help. It's better than if you haven't had all those reps, but I don't think you ever stop doing that. And I think the great ones really they become meticulous with some. You come to a part of your career where early on you're doing all these fundamentals as a kid. And then you go to college and you're early in your career and you're trying all this advanced stuff and you're really pushing the boundaries. And then there comes a point in your career where you almost revert back.
You learn which of those mattered.
It's
the
important
most.
to push yourself and to figure out which one of these outlandish kind of theories I like and I'm going to take to my game. But then it comes back to stepping over the board on inside zone is important. And if I don't do that, I'm in a bad position. Putting my hands inside is important. Yeah. More important than trying to fool the guy and do all this. So you revert back to these things and you still have to rep them. And I think to Richie's point about, and I'm trying to think of the play you were talking about with Jalen scrambling. Is it the one where he runs right up the middle? He scrambles on a third down. Yeah. Okay. I think sometimes when he's running around, there's all these decisions to be made most of the time. Am I going to throw it? Am I going to run out of bounds? Am I going to throw it away? Am I going to try and find somebody? And when all this is happening in your head, it makes you a little bit less decisive as a runner. There's something to be like, hey, let's just let this dude. You're not deciding anything. You're kind of timing up the run, but other than that, you're hitting this thing like a running back. And I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. And also, most of these guys on the quarterback runs don't get hurt. They get hurt on the scrambles. Like the play that he almost got injured on was a read play where he's kind of running out there, but it wasn't like a designed, like we're getting after it play. So I think.
So you want to cut him loose a little bit?
I don't think you do it a lot, but I don't think there's anything wrong with giving him a couple more just to get ready for this thing. And even if you can do that a little bit in practice, but I think games is a little bit different.
Wow, fascinating.
Does it bother you? It does feel like what we're talking about here is every year when you were playing, when you're the leader of that offensive line, it did feel like the group would come together and gel, and the run game would just get going at a certain point where everything clicked. Like the group clicked, almost like the wall clicked in, and you guys, all the double teams were coming off at the right times, and you just had the feel, and you're swapping stunts, know. How problematic is it that this offensive line hasn't gotten to that point yet?
I mean, it's an issue, and I think that's one of the reasons I want them to do this repetitively over the next 3 games, and I think that they would be very benefited doing that going into the playoffs. I think all of that stuff you're talking about requires working with the guys next to you. And they've had a ton of injuries, guys in and out of the lineup. They haven't been a running team. They haven't ran the ball a lot. They don't get the same amount of work in preseason. They don't get the same amount of work in training camp. In games now, as an NFL team, is where you get most of these reps of actually working together and doing these things.
That's crazy.
So I think I think they will be greatly benefited from really, even if it doesn't work, I don't care. We need to keep pounding this and figuring out which runs we're good at, how guys communicate, where we're going as an offensive line, the point. Now this tight end tackle combination is going to the safety. Now it's going to the nickel. Like, all of these things will greatly benefit the offense.
I was struck by how much they ran in the first quarter the other day, and I think it's a sign that they are now going to be committed to running it and making sure they do.